All right, shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakathum to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema Alathan, Hashem Yahweh Shah. I'm precinct officer, MAGAZAR. All right, this Florida Sabbath service. All right, so we can go ahead and get it started. La Yashala. All right, with that, I said I might you. All right, we're going to set up the prayers for the Sabbath service. Upon Yahakodum means turn to face the east. Wherever your east is, that's where you turn. All right, we're going to set up the Lord's Prayer. All right, repeat after me. Abanaw, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakoka, Gaba'ah, Razazakar, Hayah, Asha, Ba'arazazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanael, Lakam, Kal, Yawan, Wasalakanawa, Kawawafnawa, Katsalaknawa, Kawawat Yanawa, Wala'ah, Dabianawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wala'ala, Walthapara, La'ai, Walamya, Aman. In English, what we said was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Hakah is the prayer for power. All right. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Baba Shah, Nathanael, Hakah, Lara Pa'ah, Kal Makala'ah, Salakia, Kal Makalah, Wakal Marawa, Hakah, Lara Tahar, Hatmarayim, Salakia, Hatazarayim, Hakah, Lahaquayim, Hamathium, Hakah, Al Rakawa, Hatama'ala, Lagarshan, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, the water, Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. Psalms 121. All right, in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al Haharim, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Azaria, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Asha, Shamayam, Wa'arazazah, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'ala, Yayashan, Shamamar, Yasharala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazal, Salaki, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yam Yanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a Yakaka, Wayara, Bala Yala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamarka, Salaki, Yashamar, Afna Pashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza Afka, Wabba Afka, Ma'aika, I will long. In the English, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy from going out. Salaki. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and forevermore. Psalms 83. Alahayim. Al Damayalaka. Al Salaki. Al Dakarash. Wa Al Dashakwat. Al Kaya. Hana. Awayab Yaka. Yahama Yawam. Wama Shanayaka. Nasha'awa. Ra'ash. Al Imaka. Ya'ira Slaki. Ya'ira Yangwa. Sawad. Wayataya Aitazawa. Al Tazapawanyaka. Amarwa. Lakawa. Wanakakidam. Magalia. Wala'a. Yazakar. Sham Yasharala. Iwad. Kaya. Nawa I Slaki. Nawa I Tasawa. La. Slav. Yakadwa. Al Yakuk. Or Yah. Yakarath. Slaki. Yakarathwa. Al Halya. Adawam. Wayash. Slaki. Wayasham. I Alayam. Mawa'aba. Wahagari. Gabal. Wa'aimawan. Wa'aimalak. Palashak. An Yashabia. Tazawar. Gam Ashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zarawai. Labanya. Lawat. Salah. Aishalaham. Kamadya. Kasa Yara. Salaki. Kasa Yasaraya. Kayabya. Banakal. For Yashwan. Nashal Slaki. Nashamadwa. For Ayan Da'ara. Hayawa. Daman. La'a Damar. Shayatonwa. Nada Slaki. Nada Yab Mawa. Ka'ira. Waka Azabak. Waka Sabak. Wakal Tazamanai. Kal. Nasa Yakamwa. Ashar. Amarwa. Nayarashah. Lanawa. Ah. Na'awa. Al Lahamya. Slagi. Al Lahayom. Al Yahay. Al Slagi. Allah Hayah. Shayatonwa. Kagagala. Kakwash. Lapunya. Rakal. Kaash. Dabara Yaira. Waka Lahaba. Dalahat. Harim. Khan. Daradama. Basa Arayaka. Wabasa Wa Panya. Pata. Slaki. Wa Basa Wa Paka. Dabahalong. Balaa. Panyahom. Palawan. Wayabashwa. Shamka. Yahawa. Yabashwa. Wayabahawa. Hawa. Ayai. Wayakaparwa. Wayaabawa. Wayadai. Wayadaiwa. Kaya. Ata. Shamka. Yahawa. Labadka. Al. Yawan. Al. Cow. Ha'aratazah. In the English. Keep not thy silence, O my power. Hold not still, slugging. Hold not thy peace. And be not still, O my power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may no longer be remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Jabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assyrians also join with them. They are hoping the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisir, as to Jabin, as to Berkah's son, which perish at the door. They become as dung for the earth, make their nobles like a red and like the Eve. Yea, all their princes as the Ba and as the Muna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of our power and possessions. O my power, make them like the wheel, as the summer before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy temperance, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Lord, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. Barak, the prayer for blessings. Barak Atah, Yahweh Wah, Yahweh Shah, Wah Mayaka Allah, Wah Alahayim, Matzabah Ya'ah, Alawah Yahanna, Ha Alawapim, Hasararium, Ha Kwazazayanyum, Haka Yayayoyim, Waha Akwapian, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, the water, Aman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, Commander General Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. Sarge means the turn. Yashabia means to be seated. All right. I made it a little bit more light here. Hopefully not. Let me see. All right. All right. So we're going to pick up where we left off from last week. We are in Numbers chapter 5 and verse 31. All right. Ain't no sweat. Go ahead and continue. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and get it started. All right. Kick this thing off. All right. Isupk, Florida, Sabbath service. All right. So this is the book of Numbers, chapter 5 and verse 31. Make sure I'm in the right spots. Okay. How's the off? How the wa? How the war? The raw? The raw? The raw? Cow? Off? Hakahan? La? Off? The Shah? Ha? Hawa? Waha? Asha? Ma'ai? Wan? Ma'ai one? Ha'ayash? I will not. All right. One. Oh, Salaki, y'all. One. All right. The bar. La Amar. Al. Mashah. Am I reading this backwards? All right. Waya the bar. Yahweh. Al. Mashah. La Amar. The bar. Al. Bunya. Yasharala. Wa Mar. Slaki. Wa Amar. Wa Amara. Al Hum. Ayash. Ayash. Awa. Asha. Kaya. Yapala. Wapala. La Nad. Slaki. Not a bar. Not Slaki. La Nadar. Nadar. Nazayah. Nazayar. La Hazayar. La Yahweh. Verse 3. Maya Yayan. Slakin. Maya Yan. Rashakal. Ra Shakar. Washakar. Salaki. Yazar. Yazayar. Kamatazar. Yayan. Wakamazazar. Shakar. La'ah. Yashatha. Wakal. Masharath. Anabayam. La'ah. Yashatha. Wa'ai. Nabayam. Lakama. That's like it. Lakayam. Wayabashyam. La'ah. Ya'akal. Verse 4. Kal. Yamayam. Yamaya. Nazarawa. Nazarawa. Makal. Ashar. Ya'isha. Magapan. Hayayan. Makarataza Nayam. Wa'id. Zaga. La'ah. Ya'akal. Verse 5. Kal. Yamaya. Nadar. Nazarawa. The Ira. Slaki. The Ira. La'ah. Ya'ibar. Al. Ra'a Shawa. I. Mala'ath. Hayaman. Slaki. Hayamam. Asherah. Yazayar. La Yahweh. Kodash. Yahaya. Gadal. Para'ai. Sha'ira. Ra'ishwa. Kal. Verse 6. Kal. Yamaya. Hazaya. Rawa. La Yahweh. Al. Napash. Moth. La'ah. Yaba'ah. All right, we're going to start right there at verse 6, and we're going to pick up at verse 7. All right. And we're going to read that in English. All right, this is the book of Numbers, chapter 5 and verse 31. The man shall be clear of guilt, but the woman shall suffer for her guilt. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 6 and verse 1. The Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say to them, if any man or woman explicitly utter a Nazarite vow to set himself apart from the Lord, he shall abstain from wine and any of intoxicate. He shall not drink vinegar of wine, or of any other intoxicate. Neither shall he drink anything in which grapes have been steeped, nor eat grapes fresh or dry throughout his term as Nazarite. he may not eat anything that is obtained from the grapevine, even seeds or skin, throughout the terms of the vow of a slaki, throughout the term of his vow as Nazarite, nor razor shall touch his head. It shall remain consecrated until the completion of his terms as Nazarite of the Lord, the hair of his head being left to grow untamed, so like it untrimmed, throughout the term that he has set apart from the Lord. He shall not go in where there is a dead person. All right. So now we're going to pick up at number 7. All right. All right. This is the book of Numbers. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 6 and verse 7. Down here. All right. In the Hebrew, La'aba Yahweh. La'aba Yahweh. Wala Amarwa. La'aka Yahweh. Wala'a Katawa. La'a. Yata Ma'a. Laham. Bama Thumb. Kaya. Nazar. Allah Yahweh. Al. Verse 8. Salaki. Ra'ashawa. Verse 8. Kal. Yamaya. Nazarawa. Quadash. Hawa'ah. La Yahweh. Verse 9. Wakaya. Yamawath. Math. Ala Yawa. Ba Patai. Slaki. Ba Patai. Patai. Ta'aim. Watama'a. Ra'asha. Nazarawa. Wagalak. Ra'ashawa. Baya Wam. Tahara. Tawa. Baya Wam. Hashabaya. Aya. Yagala. Kanawa. Wabaya Wam. Hashama Yanaya. Yaba'a. Shata Hashlaki. Shata Ya. Darayam. Awa. Shanaya. Banya. Yawana. Al. Hakahan. Al. Batak. Ahal. Mawa'ai. Verse 11. Wa'aisha. Hakahan. Akar. So like Akkad. Lakata'a. Da. Wa'akad. La Allah. Wakapar. Ala Yawa. Ma'ashar. Kata'a. Al. Hanapash. Wakodash. Ah. Ra'ashawa, Bayawam, Hawa'a, verse 12. Wahazar Yar, Slaki. Wahazar Yar, La Yahweh, Yamayah, Nazarawa, Wahabayah, Kabash, Ban, Shanatawa, La Asham, Wahaya, Mayam. Okay. Hara'ah, Shanayam, Yapala, Lahiya, Palawa, Kaya, Tama'ah, Nazarawai, verse 13. Waza'ah, Dawarath, Hanazah, Yar, Bayawam, Mala'ath, Yamayah, Nazarawah, Yabaya'ah, Athawa, Al, Pathak, Ahal, Hawa'id, verse 14. Wahaqua, Yab, Ath, Quarabah, Nawah, La Yahweh, Kabash, Bun, Shanathawa, Damayam, Akkad, La'ila, Wakabash, Wakabash, Akkad, Slaki, Akath, Bath, Shanatha, Damayama, Lakata'av, Wa'ayal, Akkad, Damayam, Lasha, Lamayam. All right, we're going to stop right there. And we're going to pick up at verse 15. All right, we're going to read that in the English. All right, this is the book of Numbers, chapter 6 and verse 8. No, Salaki, verse 7. All right, even if his father or mother or his brother or sister shall die, he must not defile himself for them. Since verse 7. Since hold on. 7. All right, I'll just pick it up like that. Since hair set apart from his God and up upon his head throughout his term as Nazarite, he is consecrated to the Lord. If a person dies suddenly near him that found his consecrated hair, he shall shave his head, or the day he becomes clean, he shall shave it on the Sabbath day. On the 8th day, he shall bring 2 turtle doves or 2 pigeons to the priest at the entrance of the tent of meeting. Verse 11, the priest shall offer one as a sin offering and the other as a burnt offering, and make expeditious on his behalf for the guilt that he incurred throughout the corpse throughout the course, that the same day he shall reconsecrate his head and rededicate to the Lord his term as Nazarite, and he shall bring a lamb in its first year as a penalty offering. The previous periods shall be void, since his consecrated hair was defiled. This is the ritual for the Nazarite on the day that his term as Nazarite is completed. All right. He shall be brought to the entrance of the tent of meeting, verse 14. As his offering to the Lord, he shall present one male lamb in its first year without blemish for a burnt offering, one ewe lamb in its first year without blemish for a sin offering, one ram without blemish for an offering of well-being. All right, that's it right there. All right, we're gonna pick it back up in Hebrew. All right, verse 15 is what we're picking it up from. Make sure I got the right place. 14, 15. Okay. All right, this is the book of Numbers, chapter 6 and verse 15. All right. What's Saul? What's Allah? Matazar, Wath, Salath, Kalath, Balawa, Lath, Bashar, Bashaman, Warakwa, Yakwari, Slaki, Wara, Kwaya, Matazo, Wath, Mashakaya, Bashar, Bashaman, Wamana, Khatam, Wanasa, Kayaham, verse 16. Wahakwar, Yab, Hakahan, Lapanya, Yahweh, Wa'ashah, Af, Kata'ah, the Wa'af, Alatawa, Wa'af, Ha'ayal, Ya'ash, Shlaki, Ya'ashah, Zabak, Shalamayam, La Yahweh, Al, Sal, Salah, Hamatazah, Wath, Wa'aishah, Hakahan, Af, Manakah, the Wa'af, Nasakawa, verse 18. Verse 18. Wagalak, Hanazayar, Patak, Ahal, Mawa'id, Af, Ra'ash, Nazarawa, Walakwak, Af, Sha'ir, Ra'ash, Nazarawa, Wanathan, Al, Ha'ash, Ashar, Wakath, Zabak, Hashalamath, Hashalamayam. Right? That was the end of verse 19. Walakak, Hakahan, Ah, Hazarai, Slaki, Hazarai, Bashalah, Man, Ha'ayam, Slaki, Ha'ayal, Wakalak, Matazah, Akaf, Man, Hasalah, Warakwa, Yakwa, Matazah, Akkad, Wanathum, Slaki, Wanathun, Al, Kapaya, Hanazayar, Akkad, Slaki, Akkar, Hathagayar, Lakawa, Nazarawa, verse 20, YAHANNA, our thumb, Hakahan, Danawa, Danawapa, La Pana, Slaki, La Panaya, Yahweh, Kodash, Hawa'ah, Lakahan, Al, Kaza, Hathan, Wapa, Wa'al, Shawak, Hathara, Wama, Wa'akar, Washatha, Hanazah, Yayan, verse 21, Za'af, Habarath, Hanazayar, Ashar, Yadar, Karab, Nawa, La Yahweh, Al, Nazarawa, Malabad, Ashar, Slaki, Dasha Yab, Yadawa, Kapaya, Slaki, Nada Rawa, Ashar, Yadar, Khan, Yaisha, Al, Dararath, Nazarawa, right? Verse 22. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amar, Dabar, Al, Aharon, Wa'al, Bana Yawa, La'amar, Ka, Dabara, Kawa, Banaya, Yasharala, Amarawa, Slaki, Amara, Amawar, Lahan. All right. I think I read too much. No sweat. We'll just pick it up at verse 25. No, verse 24. Slaki. We'll pick it up at verse 24. All right. So we'll get it in English. All right. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 6 and verse 15. 6 and 15. Let me see. All right. A basket of unleavened cakes of choice flour with oil mixed in, and unleavened waffles spread it with oil, and a proper meal offering and liberation. Verse 16. The priest shall present them before the Lord and of and offer the sin offering and the burnt offering. He shall offer the ram as a sacrifice of well-being to the Lord, together with the basket of unleavened cakes. The priest shall also offer the meal offering and the liberation. The Nazarite shall then shave his consecrated hair at the entrance of the tent of meeting, and take the locks of his consecrated hair and put them on the fire that is under the sacrifice of well-being. Verse 19. Verse 19. The priest shall take the shoulders of the ram when it has been boiled, one unleavened cake from the basket, and one unleavened wafer, and place them on the hands of the Nazarite after he has shaved his consecrated hair. The priest shall elevate them as the elevation offering before the Lord, and this shall be a sacred donation for the priest, in addition to the breast and in addition to the breast of the elevation offering and the thigh of gift offering. After the Nazarite may drink wine, such is the obligation of a Nazarite, except that he who vows an offering to the Lord of what he can offer, what he can afford, beyond his Nazarite requirements, must do exactly according to the vow that he has made beyond the obligation as a Nazarite. Verse 22. The Lord spoke to damn. The Lord spoke to Moses, speak to Aaron and his sons, thus shall you bless the people of Israel, say to them, Salaki. All right, and we're gonna stop right there, and we're gonna pick it back up at 24 in the Hebrew. All right, number 6, verse 24. All right, that's where we starting at. All right, this is the book of Numbers, chapter 6 and verse 24. Rabba Slakia. Yabar. Yabarak. 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 Cock. Yabar Cock. Yahweh. Wayashamarak. Ya'amar. Slakia. Ya'ar. Slakia. Ya'ara. Yahweh. Panayah. Panayawa. Alayak. Wayah. Kanak. Verse 26. Hold on, Salaki, y'all. All right, verse 26. Yasha'ah, Yahweh, Pana Yawah, Alayak, Wa Yasham, Lak, Shalawam, or Shalom, Salaki, Washamawa, Shamaya, Al, Bunya, Yasharala, Wa'ana, Wa'ana Ya, Abara, Abarakam, All right. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 7 and verse 1. All right. Let's see some quick. All right. All right, this is the book of Numbers, chapter 7 and verse 1. Wayah Hayah Bayawam Kala Waf Masha Lahakoyam Ah Hamash Hamash Slaki Hama Shakan Wayamash Slaki Wayamashak Athawa Waya Kodash Athawa Wa'ath Cow Kalayawa Wa'ath Hamazabak Wa'ath Cow Kalayawa Waya Mashakam Waya Kodash Atham Wayakwa Rayabawa Nashaya Salaki Nasha Ya'aya Yasharala Ra'aya Slaki Ra'ah Shaya Baya Abba Abatham Hum Nasaya'aya Amata Hum Ha'ai Madayam Al Hapakwa the Yum. All right. Verse 3. Waya the bar slaki. Waya the ya awa. Ah. Quaraba num. Lapanya. Lapanya. Yahawa. Shasha. Agalath. Tazaba. Washa Naya. Ashara. Slaki. Ashara. Bakwar. Agala. Al. Shanaya. Hanasha. Ayam. Washa war. La Akkad. Wayakwara. Yabawa. Ayatham. Lapanya. Hamasha. Khan. Waya Amar. Yahawa. Al. Masha. La Amar. Kwak. Ma'atham. Wahayawa. La'aibar. Slaki. La'aibad. Ah. Abath. Slaki. Abatha. Abadath. Ahau. Mawa'id. Wanatha. Wanatha. Awatham. Al. Hawa Slaki. Hala Wayam. Ayash. Kapaya. Abad the Wa. Verse 6. Wayakwak. Masha. Ah. Ha'ai. Kwalath. Wa'ath. Habakwar. Wayathan. Our thumb. Al. Halaya. I'm slaggy. Halawayam. Ah. Shataya. All right. No, we'll stop right there, Salaki. I went over just a little bit. All right, and we'll pick it back up at English in English. All right. It's the book of Numbers. It's the book of Numbers, chapter 7, and verse 1. On the day that Moses finished setting up the tabernacle, he anointed and consecrated it, and all its furnishing, as well as the altar and its utensils. When he had anointed the consecrated them, Salahi, when he had anointed and consecrated them, the chieftain of Israel, the heads of the ancient house, namely the chieftain of the tribes, those who were in charge of enrollment, drew near and brought their offering before the Lord, 6 draught carts and 12 oxen, a cart for every 2 chieftain, and an ox for each one. When they had brought them before the tabernacles. Verse 4, the Lord said unto Moses, accept these from them for use, for use in the service of the tent of meeting, and give them to the Levites according to their prospective service. Verse 6, Moses took the cart and the oxen and gave them to the Levites. All right, we'll stop right there and we'll pick it back up at 7. All right, in the Hebrew. Right. All right, this is the book of Numbers, chapter 7 and verse 7 in the Hebrew. Shatha Yah. Ha'ai Galaf. Wa'af. Arabah. Aitha. Habakwar. Nathan. Labayan. Slaki. Labanaya. Garashah 1. Garash 1. Kapaya. Abad Thumb. Slaki. Abba the thumb. Verse 8. Wa'af. Arabai. Ha'ai Galaf. Wa'af. Shamanaf. Habakwar. Nathan. Labanaya. Hararaya. Kapaya. Abad Thumb. Bayad. Ayathamar. Bun. Aharon. Hakahan. Verse 9. Wala Banaya. Kwaha. La'ah. Nathan. Kaya. Abadath. Badath. Hakodash. Alaham. Baka Thop. Yasha Awa. Verse 10. Wayakora. Yabawa. Hanasha. Ayam. Af. Kwanaka. Hamazabak, Bayawam, Hamashak, Atawa, Wayakora, Yabawa, Hanasha, Yaam, Af, Kwaraba, Nam, Lapanya, Hamazah, Bak. Verse 11. Waya Amar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, Salaki, Mashah, Nashiyah, Akkad, Layawam, Nashiyah, Akkad, Layawam, Yakorah, Yabawa, Kwaraba, Nam, Nakana, Kath, Hamazabak, verse 12. Wayahaya, Hamakwa, Rayaba, Bayawam, Hara'ah, Shawam, Kwara, Banawa, Nakashwan, Ban, Imaya, Nayab, Slakin, Nadab, Lamata, Yaha, Wada, verse 13. Wakura, Bayawa, Kwaira, Slakin, Kwai Roth, Kasap, Akath, Shalashim, Slakin, Shalashim, Wama'ah, Mashaqua, La, Mashaquala, Mazarak, Akkad, Kasap, Shaba'aya, Shakar, Slakin, Shaqual, Bashaqual, Hakodash, Shanayaham, Kwala Ayam, Salath, Bala, Wala, Bashaman, Lamana, Salaki, Lamanak, Lamanaka, verse 14. Kop, Akath, Ishara, Salaki, Ishara, Zahab, Mala'ah, Quatzara. All right, and we'll stop right there at verse 15, and we'll pick it up in the English. All right. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 7, and verse 8, or verse 7. Salaki. Make sure. All right. 2 carts of 4 oxen he gave to the Gershonites as required for their service, and 4 carts and 8 oxen he gave to the Merarites as required for the service under the direction of the Ithamar son of Ithamar, son of Aaron, the priest. Verse 9. But to the Kohath, Kohathites, he did not give any, since theirs was the service of the most sacred object. Their porridge was by shoulder, Salaki. Maybe I'm saying that wrong, Salaki. Verse 10. The chieftain also brought the dedication offering for the altar unto its being anointed. As the chieftain were presenting their offerings before the altar, the Lord said to Moses, let them present their offerings for the dedication of the altar, one chieftain each day. The one who present his offering on the first day was Nashon, son of Amminadab. It's like Amminadab of the tribe of Judah. His offering one silver bowl weighing 130 shekels, and one silver basin of 70 shekels by the sanctuary weight, both filled with the choice flour with oil mixed in for a meal offering. Verse 14. One gold ladle of 10 shekels filled with incense. All right. So we'll start right there and we'll pick it back up in the Hebrew. All right. All right. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 7 and verse 15. All right. Parah, Akkad, Bun, Baquar, Ayal, Akkad, Kabash, Akkad, Bun, Shana Dawa, La'ila, verse 16, Sha'ayar, Izayam, Akkad, Lakata'ah, Walazabak, Hashalah, Mayam, Baquar, Shanayam, Ayalam, Kamash, Atawa, the Yam, Kamash, Kabashim, Bunya, Shana, Kamash, Za, Quaraban, Nakash, Nakashawan, Nakashwan, Bun, Amayan, Bad. There, Salaki. Amaya, the dab, not the bar. All right, verse 18. Bayawam, Hashanayah, Hakorayab, Nadi, Natha, Naal, Bun, Tazawa, Ira, Nashayah, Yasha, Nayash, Shakar, Hakorab, Para Quara Bunyawa. Quara Bunyawa. Right. Ka'ira. Kasap. Akath. Shalashium. Shalashium. Wama'ah. Mashaqua. Mashakola. Mazarak. Akkad. Kasap. Shabayam. Shaqual. Washaqual. Hakodash. Shanaya Hum. Kuala Ayam. Salah. Bala Wala. Bashamar. Slaki. Bashaman. Labana. Ka. Akath. Ishara. Zahab. Mala'ah. Quatarath. Verse 21. Par. Akkad. Bun. Aquar. Ayal. Akkad. Kabash. Akkad. Bun. Shanayatawa. La'ila. Okay. Walazabak. All right. And we'll pick that back up in the English, starting from verse 15. Excuse me. All right, this is the book of Numbers, chapter 7 and verse 15. One bull of the herd, one ram, and one lamb in its first year for a burnt offering, one goat for a sin offering, Salaki, and for his sacrifice of well-being, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, and 5 yearling lambs. That was the offering of Nahshon, son of Amminadab. Verse 18. On the second day, Nathaniel, son of Zar, chieftain of Issachar, made his offering. He presented as his offering 1 silver bowl weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver basin of 70 shekels by the sacrifice, by the sanctuary weight, both filled with the choice flour with oil mixed in, for a meal offering. 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels filled with incense. Verse 21. 1 bull of the herd, 1 ram, and 1 lamb in its first year for a burnt offering. All right. So that was it for the chapters and the verse. We're going to pick it up next week, the next Sabbath service. All right. So we're going to go ahead and then close this on out. All right. La Yasdala. All right, that concludes the Sabbath service. And with that, I said Amidium, which means to stand. Or Panya Hakodam means to turn to face the east. Wherever your east is, that's where you turn. All right, we're going to set up the Lord's Prayer. All right, in the Hebrew, Abanaw, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Daba'ah, Razazakah, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratzah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathanael, Lakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalaknanaw, Kawawafnaw, Katsalaknaw, Kawawayanaw, Wala'ah, Dabi'anaw, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashanaw, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wala'ala, Wa'apara, La'ai, Walamu, Aman. In the English, what we said was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. A cup is the prayer for power. All right, repeat after me. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Baba Bashar, Nathanael, a cup, Lara Pa'ah, Kal Makalah, Wakal Marawa, a cup, Lara Tahar, Hamatzarayu, a cup, Lahakoyam, Hamathim, a cup, Al Rakawar, Hatama Allah, Lagarshan, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the water, Alman. In the English, what we said was, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al Aharim, Ma'ayan, Yava'ah, Azariah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, it's like Ashah, Shamayam, Wa'arazah, Ayathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ala, Yayashan, Sharamar, Yasharala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Ashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayara, Bala Yala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makau Rai, Yashamar, Apnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazalka, Wawa Afka, Ma'aika, I will long. Right? In the English. Repeat after me. I will lift up my eyes unto the hill, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forward and forevermore. All right. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al, Dayamalaka, Al, Dakarash, Wa'al, Dashaquat, Al, Kaya, Hana, Awadyaka, Yahamayamwa, Slaki, Yaha, Mayawan, Wamashanayaka, Nasha'awa, Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Ya'ira, Slaki, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawad, Wayataya, Aitazawa, Al Tazawapanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidon, Slaki, Magawi, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasharala, Iwad, Kaya, Nawai Tazawa, La, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Baya, Yakarathwa, Ahawya, Adawam, Wayashama, Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wa Hagarium, Gabal, Wa'ai Slaki, Wa'ai Mawan, Wa'ai Halakwa Slaki, Wa'ai Malak, Halashah, Ein Yashavia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Amawa, Slaki, Amam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya, Lawat, Salah, Ashalaham, Kamadim, Kasaya, Sarah, Kayabian, Banakal, Kwayashwan, Nasham, Slaki, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayan da Amar, Ba'ayan da Arab, Ayawa, da Man, La Anama, Shayatamwa, Nadiyamawa, Ka'ira, Wakaza Abba, Wakazabak, Wakazala Kazal Manai, Kal Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarashah, Lanawa, Na'awa, Alahayam, Shayathamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapunya, Rakal, Kaash, Double Ira, Yaira, Wakal, Lahaba, Dalahat, Hari, Khan, Daradama, Basa Ira, Basa Ira Yaka. It's like Basa Ira, Wabasa Panywa, Waba Sawapatka, Dabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Palawan, Vayakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Vayabahawa, Aya, Vayakaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya the Iowa, Kaya, Atha, Shemka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al, Yawan, Al, Cow, Ha'aratza. In the English, keep not thy silence, O my power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O my power, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may no longer be remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Jabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assyrians also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, at the brook, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perish at the door. They become as dawn for the earth. Make their nobles like a red, and like the Eve. Yea, all their princes like as the boss, like all their princes as the Baal, and as the Muna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of our power and possessions. O my power, make them like the wheel, as the summer before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy temperance, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Lord, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. All right, this is the prayer for blessings, Barak. All right, in the Hebrew, Barak atah Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, wa Mayaka'ala, wa Al-Hayim, Matzah, Ya'ah, Alawab Yahanna, Ha Alawab Ha Sararium, Ha Kwazazah Yanyam, Haka Yayoyim, Wa Akwakian, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, the water Aman. All right, in English, what we said was, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shah, and Michael, and the angels, Commander General Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. Stars me to turn, and that's it for the Sabbath service.